Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today's surprise is the NECA Real Toys Halloween Michael Meyers. Let's get into it! Let's start our evil stabbing spree with a look at the packaging. And on the top we have a hook. Halloween, ages 17 and up. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. NECA. Then on the front we have Halloween and a nice big window showcasing the figure and his couple of accessories. A hammer and a knife. And then there's a nice headshot of Mr. Myers. And it says Michael Meyers on the bottom. Who worked on it? NECA, Real Toys, symbols I'm not going to learn, Don't Give It to a Baby, a barcode, and Miramax Films, made in China. On this side, again, that nice headshot, at least of the mask of Michael Myers, Halloween, which I don't know if this version is William Shatner, but originally it was a William Shatner mask painted white. Anyway, Halloween, Miramax, again, the headshot of Michael Myers. On this side, whoop, same exact thing. Then on the back, nice product shot of the figure and at least one of his accessories. Halloween, it's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night. Now, she now faces a terrifying showdown when Michael returns to Haddonville, Illinois. But this time, Laurie is ready for him. Includes hammer and knife. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first up we have handy dandy tweezers, of course, to help us take a look at the accessories. And first up, he's got a hammer. And it does look to have some red bodily fluid on it. So he's been using this for some, leisure activity that Michael Myers is known for. And I have to say, it does have some nice molded details in it. You can see some wood grain molded into the handle. Nice silver paint app for the most of the head of the hammer. And then, some splashing, or maybe it's a tampo even. I'm not sure what that dark bodily fluid, how it's applied on the actual toy, not in universe. I'm pretty sure how in universe it's applied. Also, we have the traditional Michael Myers accessory. And it's a knife. Looks to be a kitchen knife. It does have some of that dark human bodily fluids on it. And nice silver paint app. And it does have a little bit of a wash on it as well, it looks like. And then some silver for the rivet parts. And then, it's even, the tang is even painted on there. And tang, I'm talking about this piece of the knife, and then they put the wooden pieces on it, not the drink of astronauts. So, there you go. It's a little bit of paint slop here on the bottom, but nice paint apps for the handle as well. So, that's his only 2 accessories. Well, let's take a look at the figure himself. And generally, I don't collect this size, and I'm not sure what scale it is. It's an 8-inch scale. This guy, I think, measured 8 inches, and I don't have my measuring tape right here. But, you know, he was even taller than a Masterverse figure, so there is that. He does have some nice soft goods, and they look pretty good. A little dusty, maybe. I've had him sitting up waiting for his turn at a review, and he's got some elastic here in the waistband, at least on the back, not really on the front. And you know, I mean, it's a one-piece jumpsuit. It's got pocket flaps on one side. This pocket is usable. This pocket not usable. He does have 2 back pockets, and they are both usable. So, you know, if he's off somewhere and needs his wallet or whatever. And then, you know, nice molded details here on the shoes. He's got some scuffing and stuff on it that I'm assuming is a dry brush. But it does have nice molded details on there. And, wow, that's unfortunate. But we'll get to that. So, there's that. The sculpt and paint on the face is really good. And I know this is probably a sculpt from one of the later movies, if not even the last one. So this William Shatner mask is pretty beat up. By this point, it's been through some stuff. It's got some staining on it. It's got some dirtiness to it. It's got some cuts and stuff on it. So there's that. And of course, you can't see any eyes. How creepy is that? Very creepy, in my opinion. So, and then, you know, lots of nice molded detail there in his hair. Or the hair. Is it the hair of the mask? Probably so. William Shatner, your hair has never looked more bad. And I say that because I don't know how many people know, but the mask that Michael Meyers wears is a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask that they painted white. So, there is that. I guess let's talk about his articulation. I'm not going to pull the soft goods off. It looks like there's another shirt under the overalls, not overalls, coveralls. So, but I'm not, it's velcroed on there, so you can take it off if you want. So we'll just take a look at his articulation as he has his, you know, jumpsuit on, work suit, whatever. So he doesn't really look up. He can look down slightly. He doesn't really have any chicken neck. He's got a little bit of waggle. He can do the full Exorcist. So there is that. At the shoulder, there's no butterfly. He can raise his arm up approximately 90 degrees. That just looks creepy too. It feels like the arm would probably do a full 360 degree rotation. Yes, it will, but you have to, you know, fight with the soft goods a little bit. But at this scale, well, at any scale, you have to do that. It feels like a single hinge at the elbow, and it gives you approximately a 90 degree bend. I forgot to talk about the paint apps there on his hands that are that dark human bodily fluid. So he's got that too. 360 degree rotation there. It's on an in and out hinge. And then same thing for this, you know, it's got that same type of paint app on here. It's got it back here too, so he's been a busy little psycho. Well, sorry, wrong franchise. So, 360 degree rotation there. In and out hinge as well. Nothing in the torso. He does have a cut at the waist though. And without the soft goods, he probably would do a 360 degree rotation, but that's as far as I can get him to go that way. And the other way, again, you have to fight with the soft goods a bit, that much that way. So there is that. At the hips, and that one I don't want to do. So he can give you that much of the splits, not quite the full splits, almost though. He can kick forward about 90 degrees, backwards almost the length of his own foot. There is a rotation at the thigh, and again it will go 360 degrees, which you'll have to fight with the soft goods in order to do it. Feels like a single hinge knee. And you know what? Let's see if we can see what it is. That's in a position we can look. Ooh, nice legs, Mikey. So yeah, single hinged pinned knee. And it gives you about that much bend, even with the soft goods on it. Let's test that out. Yeah, so that's as far as it goes. So the soft goods aren't really hindering that. So at the ankle, no rotation. It is a single hinge that is pinned. It tilts down that far. It tilts up that far, so adequate, but no rocker. Mikey. So, and as far as storage goes, you know, he can stick the hammer in his back pocket. He could stick the knife in his back pocket, but then he might stab himself in the buttocks. So as far as the knife goes, I just like to put it in his hand because, you know, it's Michael Myers, it's Halloween. That is where this accessory belongs. And you might have to fiddle with it a bit to get it exactly like you want it. But there you have it, my friends. There's a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the NECA Halloween Michael Myers 8-inch clothed figure with the NECA Real Toys Aliens Xenomorph Ultimate Edition 7-inch scale action figure, and the NECA Real Toys Predator 2 Ultimate Edition Stalker Predator 7-inch scale figure. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the NECA soft goods clothed Halloween Michael Myers, with, from the Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison from Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the NECA Halloween Michael Myers, and I don't remember at this point which line it is. It's an 8-inch scale with soft goods, and I think they did a few other horror type figures in it. So a little larger than the normal NECA stuff, which is 1/10 or 7-inch scale. So I don't know, maybe this guy's meant for Migos to fight with Mego, world's greatest superheroes. I don't know. But at any rate, I think overall this is a pretty good rendition of Michael Myers. I'm not a super huge fan of the franchise. I've watched a few of the movies, not any of the later renditions of it, but you know, I think this is a pretty good modern version of it. The sculpt and the paint where it is, you know, not in the body, because the body's all covered up, so they didn't have to put a whole lot into that. The accessories I think are appropriate. The knife and the hammer with the bodily fluid on them. And again, you know, just the detail in the face or the mask and the hair, you know, it's really, really good at this scale. And I like how, you know, the eyes are just blacked out, just like in the movie and all that. I think they did a really good job with the soft goods on this. He's got his coveralls. It's got elastic in the back to kind of help it do, you know, there's a few strings here and there poking out, pieces of thread poking out. The collar lays down good. He has functioning pockets. And, you know, the soft goods, of course, do hinder up the range of motion a little bit, but no more than, say, in real life it would. So, and you can adjust for that as well. The big glaring flaw to me in this figure is that this mold has no ankle rocker. And I think that limits it just a bit, but maybe not, because, you know, a lot of times Michael Meyers is just walking straight forward or standing still, you know, straight up and doing his thing. And so, you know, I think overall this fits the bill. Yes, it doesn't really scale up with any of the rest of my collection, but through the magic of photo editing, you know, I think I can make it fit if I need to, if I want to, if it comes up. And it might. That's kind of why I got this guy. Just really for photography purposes. And I just hadn't thought of any thing I wanted to use him in quite yet. So there is that. This release is a bit older. I bought it a while back, started the review, didn't finish it, and he's just been kind of waiting patiently for his turn on the turntable, which he's getting now. So don't rush out looking for this at the store, because most likely you're not going to find it. I don't know, maybe it's at Ross or Ollie's these days. I don't know. Might still be on Big Bad Toy Store. I haven't looked, so I don't know how widely available this figure is still. So if you're looking for one, eBay might be the best place to find it. Not necessarily the best price, but the best place to find it. But, you know, check your normal retail and online retail outlets first, so that you don't have to end up paying an exorbitant amount for this piece. Because I'm honestly going to tell you, I like everything about it except for the no ankle tilt or ankle rocker. But, you know, I don't feel like it's something that is worth a ton of money at the same time. Just a little nice piece to throw in the back of your collection or whatever. Unless, of course, you're a huge Halloween fan, in which case you've probably already gotten this figure and you're probably not watching this review either. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.